question. So
Mhm.
could you please tell us like a brief description of your job?
All right. So first of all, Carrie, thank you so much for interviewing me. I really do appreciate you choosing me and for this interview. So let me tell you about my job. I am currently working as an HR specialist at Sinopec. Um, I've been with Sinopec now for about maybe three years right now. Do you want to know like what my job consists of, or what is
Sure, that would
exactly
be
that
great.
you're looking? Yeah, so normally I would deal with, just the day to day as an HR, you would deal with a lot of employee related situations. So I would deal with that, or I would, issue the general daily requests either from employees or from management. Um, I deal with a lot of recruitment. I do. I've been dealing recently with the medical insurance. I'm the head of medical insurance at the moment, so that's what I've been doing lately.
Wow, that must get hectic for you, doesn't it?
It does. It really does sometimes. And this week is actually one of the weeks that was hectic for me. But I've managed and I've survived. And I guess I'm still young. I mean, I could still manage the pressure.
Hmm. And
Mm.
since you are a Saudi woman yourself,
Mhm.
do you see a lot of people like you in, the your line of work or just maybe in other companies too? It doesn't have to be inside OPEC.
I do actually. In Sinopec, yes, and outside of Sinopec, yes. A lot of my friends and people around me are like me. We deal with the same sometimes the same situations at work, and it's most women actually now in Saudi are dealing with the same situations at work and the same and different variations of job or work pressure.
Hmm. And maybe this is more for people who don't know the situation in Saudi. Is it like a recent thing that you saw a lot of women, joining the workforce for this
Mm.
specific kind of work?
Mhm. It is actually. I would say maybe the past maybe 7 to 5 years. I mean, the government, the Ministry actually of Human Resources and Social Development, they put they put a rule or like a policy that to give women chances to join the workforce and be an equal member in the workforce. So this is something that's been going on for like I would say about 7 years right now, maybe more. But the real change I've seen it in the past 7 years, where women
Hmm.
are more empowering and have they even take place in higher positions as well in companies.
Yes, I've always noticed that too. I feel like
Yeah.
women tend to, maybe it's because they don't need to go out and work at a younger age. They tend to be more educated and they
Mhm.
actually occupy a lot of, highly qualified roles in society, which I find really cool.
Yeah, it
And
is definitely.
since we are talking about education, do you mind
Mhm.
sharing with us your education background?
Yeah, sure. I have a bachelor's degree in human resources. I haven't studied after I graduated from university, but I do, however, plan on taking my master's and PhD later on in the future. Definitely, for sure, this is a plan for me. Yeah,
Wow, okay, that's great to hear.
yeah,
And did you
yeah.
go to university in Saudi?
I did. I studied in Saudi. Yeah, I studied in a university here.
Wow, okay, that's
Hmm.
amazing.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on empowering girls in school?
Hmm. Um, this is something really important because
Mhm.
um, as a woman, the one thing that could um, push you to thrive in your life, either in school or in work, is seeing other women doing so. And I think it's very important for women to support each other and to provide the the necessities to grow. And I believe that this is something very important, actually, especially for girls that are in school. It's important for them to have to know actually and understand women empowerment. It's
Mm-hmm.
something not many people really take. They show it and they take it seriously, but I believe that it's something very important.
Yeah. And I think I
Mm.
have like a personal experience too, because I feel like after learning more about the world, and learning
Mhm.
more about, myself and my community, I feel more empowered and I feel more confident to speak out or to, make changes. And I think that's really
Yeah,
important. But what
that's
about
true.
specifically Saudi girls? Like, do you feel like,
Hmm.
because, a lot of the time people think that Saudi is a very, how to say, like, conservative country. They
Hmm.
try to protect their women or their girls, so maybe they're
Hmm.
giving less opportunities in terms of, you know, working. So what do you think about that?
I would say that that was the case maybe a couple of years, not a couple actually, maybe like 10, 12 years back. But right now, it's not the case at all. Right now, actually, we have female ministers.
Mm-hmm.
We have female ministers, and this is something that's huge, and it's actually it makes me proud to see that women are taking such big and high positions in the society. It's something wonderful to see a female holding a high position like that. So at the moment, I feel like they're doing their best as much as they can to empower women, and I feel like especially here in Saudi, the even in companies in everywhere actually, especially when it comes to hiring, they seek female candidates over male candidates. So they're trying as best to um, to show women how much they are respected in the society and in our culture.
Wow, I didn't know about the women ministers. That's actually
Oh no,
news to
they
me.
do. You should read about it. It's I think I forgot which entity was it. If I'm not mistaken, maybe it was the education. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Mm.
because I do know
Yeah.
there is a female CEO for Samba, the bank. Is that correct?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I know that there was maybe not Saudi. I think it was an Egyptian woman that headed one of the technological or medical institutes in Saudi. I thought that was pretty
Hmm.
amazing.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Yeah,
Hmm.
I totally agree.
Just out of curiosity,
Hmm.
what are some things you like to do at home? Like, what are your hobbies?
I bike. I'm a biker.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I go to the gym a lot. I try as best as I can. I don't know if you see this little guy over here. That's my cat. I don't know
Oh,
if you
I
can see
did
him.
notice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my cat. I have about six cats, and I consider myself to I absolutely love animals. They're a wonderful creation, and me myself and my family, we have spent so many um, years. Actually, we still do that. We rescue cats and dogs, and we help them medically as much as possible, and then we put them up for adoption. So this is something that I like to do in my free time. I
Oh,
also read. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's wonderful. What are some of your favorite books or authors right now?
Um, I like Paulo Coelho. I don't know if you know him.
Mm,
But yeah, I studied his books actually back when I was in high school. It was for English literature, and I absolutely loved his. He has just a sense of writing that just it's really imaginative, and it's full of wonders, and it just makes you really be inside the book. And I love writers that are like that.
wow, that's amazing. And
Yeah.
talking about biking, I think this was a few years back. It's not a recent development, but I did notice that the Corniche, in
Hmm.
Hobart, they installed the biking trails. I thought that was really cool because
Yeah,
I know people skate on those trails, and I know a lot of businesses actually open along those tracks.
that's true. Yeah, they did do that. So actually, this is one of the things that they did to, I believe I see a lot of females, they bike and they jog and in Khobar and everywhere. And I feel like this is also a way to show respect for women in here in Saudi Arabia. So this is one of the
Mm,
actually good things that the country is doing. And as I don't know if you've noticed this, but there is less people wearing you know, a while ago that the abaya was mandatory, but I've
mm,
witnessed and I've seen so many people wearing it less and less.
mhm.
So also one of the things that's been happening and changing in the country.
Yeah, I did notice that, and I think
Yeah.
because of that rule, I feel like my friends who are Muslim now they have
Hmm.
a choice to wear the abaya, and actually most of them still wear it when they go outside because they consider it
Hmm.
like it's like almost not tradition, but it's just something that they want to do out of, their own
Respect.
will. Yeah,
Yeah.
out of the respect, and
Yeah.
I really like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Hmm. And since you like cats so much,
Hmm.
do you are you okay? And maybe this is not a maybe some sensitive question, but do you hate dogs? I
Oh
know a lot of
no,
people
I adore dogs.
are
I
okay.
absolutely adore them. I absolutely adore them. And if it weren't for the fact that I have six cats at home, I would have gotten a
Mhm.
dog. But
Right.
I've tried it once actually. I've tried bringing a dog a couple of times into the house, and they weren't okay with it at all. But no, I actually don't have any sort of hate toward any kind of animal. I actually love all animals.
All right. You're an animal lover.
Yeah, I am. I even sometimes when I travel or here in Saudi, an entertainment for me is going to petting zoos. It's absolutely the most fascinating thing ever.
Wow. Okay. I've never been to a petting zoo
Yeah.
before.
No, it's amazing. You should go. There's one near here. It's called Mini Zoo. It's nice. Yeah.
Okay. I'll check it out if I ever,
Mm.
get the occasion to do
Yeah,
that.
you should. You
Yeah.
should.
And I actually see I had an art teacher a while back and
Mhm.
he actually showed us to a horse farm, well not horse farm, a
Mhm.
farm that had horses and they were
Mhm.
just I've never seen them up close before. They were so beautiful.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Where I live, we actually also have a horse stable. It's like also a mini farm, you could say. So
Hmm.
there you could always just go there, drop by. If you don't have a horse, you can't really ride one. If you have a horse. But they're beautiful. They're majestic animals. They are.
Yes, the word. They're very majestic. And my
Yeah.
mom always said they're also very spiritual. Like they look at you and they know if you're a good person or a bad person.
Yes. Yeah, I've heard that before too as well. I heard
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting how
It is interesting.
a lot of the symbols in Saudi are like horses. Like for example, the really big company that owns the Hermal, I think it's a horse as their logo, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because there's I think an Arabian horse or something like that. So they take pride in camels and horses, not only just horses.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
They cost a lot of money. I could tell you that they're probably like millions of riyal. They're very expensive.
Oh yeah, must be because I know they gift Arabian horses sometimes
Mm.
when they go out and visit other countries.
Yeah, they do that. That's true. Even in Dubai as well, not only here.
Hmm. And you said that you had a family in Saudi, so do you have children of your own?
Oh no, I'm not married.
Oh, you're not
I'm not
married. Okay.
married. No, I live with my parents actually. I'm not married. No.
Oh, okay. So you're very,
Yeah.
I guess, independent. And do you have any siblings?
I do actually. I have two sisters, one here and one she lives in the UK. And
Mm-hmm.
I have two brothers. One is working and the other one, no, he's 10 years old. He's still young.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And since your brother is still in school, do you think
Hmm.
they're, just because I'm a student, I'm also curious. Do you think
Hmm.
do you think going to college is really important for, just any student?
Definitely for sure. You know, maybe like 30 or 20 years ago, maybe it wasn't, but I feel like especially in this time around, you really can't succeed in life without having a degree, without having especially a bachelor's degree and a master's. Backing it up with a master's would even be better. But I feel like this is something very important. It's as important as grade 1 to 12 and in at school. And I feel you can't really be successful or go anywhere in life without having a bachelor's degree. It's something
Mhm.
very important, and I actually cannot explain the importance of it, because
Mm.
it shouldn't, honestly, it shouldn't be an option. It's always should be a must, because um, having a bachelor's degree means you have not just a bachelor's degree, having completing your education is something very highly important, especially this time around.
Mm-hmm. But what about, there's always going to be things that you learn at work, that you
Mm,
can't really learn in college. So what do you think is more important, the skills and experience you gain at work, like say
mhm.
example at the HR brand department, or
Yeah.
the things you learned about HR in your university?
To be honest with you, what I studied in university, I till now I've been working, and it's not just me; it's other people too. Some majors, obviously, not all majors. um, you only actually practically, the practical work that you do at work is only about maybe 80-70% from what you studied. So so you would just be doing from what you studied, you wouldn't really be using 70% of it. So it's important. Both are important actually, because learning
Mhm.
skills and experiences at work, you wouldn't be able to get that chance without having a degree.
Oh, I
That's
see.
how I
That's such
feel.
a good
Yeah.
saying. That's such a good summary.
Yeah, they back up each other, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, see, so I'm hoping to go into business or probably a
Mhm.
science course. And I always wonder how
Mhm.
much we learn in school, is actually going to be put into practical use. And sometimes I kind of, worry for the fact that I'll be learning things in school that I won't ever need in life.
Mhm. Be honest with you, you sometimes in theory you won't be using everything that you learn in university. And
Mhm.
I'm not, maybe I'm not the only one that's saying that. Maybe your dad also, Mr. Wee, said that as well.
Mhm.
Because it's true. In theory, you won't learn, not all majors, but some majors. You won't, not everything you're going to learn, you're going to actually practice it in reality and in real life. But it also depends on the major. Some, maybe if you would choose, maybe for example, architect or interior design, you actually need to go through university to learn the theory part in order to practice the practical part. So as I said, not many majors, but there's no such thing as useless knowledge. All knowledge is useful, one way or the
Mm,
other.
okay, that's very true.
Yeah.
And I think we should probably wrap up our interview. Is there any
Mhm.
last thing you want, or just advice you want to give out to, young girls out there?
Um, yes, I do. Focus on your career, focus on your education. Education is the most important thing. It comes first, obviously, and everything else comes second. If one thing someone would have told me is to always focus on your education, on your career, on what's is your next step. Always learn something new because there's always something new that you need to know that you will eventually use or you will be asked about it in the future. And also reading, even if it's something that's useless, is very beneficial because it fuels your mind and your brain with knowledge that you might actually need to use. So this is what I think personally. I think that it's important to focus on your education, and this is the most important thing because having fun and other things will come last. Just education is always first. It makes you the person that you are.
Right, that's good advice.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it for now. Again, thank you so much for letting me conduct this interview. I
Mhm.
think this video will be out soon.
Mhm.
But anyway, stay tuned and maybe I'll, upload it someday.
All right. I can't wait. So where are you gonna
Yeah.
upload it?
Um, this depends on how well this project goes, but probably YouTube.
All right. Okay. Well, I can't wait. Thank you so much, Kiri, for interviewing me, for giving me this chance to speak um to young women as
Mhm.
yourself. I really do appreciate it. I really hope that I inspired you. I do. And
Yeah, you did.
I wish you all the best and have fun on your vacation next week.
Oh, thank you so much. Shukran.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Kiri.
Okay. I'll see you soon. Again, thank you so much. And
You're
you
very
have
welcome.
a good weekend.
Of course. You too.
Okay.
And
Oh,
I feel
right.
he's asleep. Wait. Okay.
Oh, he's so
You go.
cute.
Yeah. Say bye. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good weekend.
You too. Bye.
Bye bye.